Bow, chicka wow wow. Good evening, friends. Welcome to Elevate Your Life. I am your hostess with the mostess, L as in the letter L, and key as in the key to your heart. Bear with me, friends. I'm having a really tough day and my cup runneth over. I am seriously at the end of my wick as far as patience goes. So I'm really trying to take deep breaths and just remember why I'm here to talk to you today. So let's get into it. L as in the letter L, key as in the key to your heart. Okay, so it's Wisdom Wellness Wednesday. So let me start off by saying thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If you are a reoccurring listener, I appreciate your loyalty. If you're a new listener, thank you for tuning in. If you're a new listener, you don't know what's been happening with me and my health, and I have some updates that I would like to share. One of them being that, so 9 weeks in, 9 weeks that I've been enduring a painful rash in my mouth that consists of ulcers along my lips, mucosa, and the inside of my cheeks. Basically, it looks like I drank a hot pot of coffee, a hot bowl of soup, trying to give you the visual. Okay, so after going to my primary ENT Rheumatology, my dentist, now where we are is I'm awaiting my blood tests and for somebody to tell me what the results mean. This is my third round of blood tests. Started with my primary doctor diagnosing me over the phone. Then went to visit her in person, said, I've never seen this before, I don't know. Then I'm going to refer you to ENT. Then ENT saying, I think it's mucositis or lichen planus. So steroids 6 times a day for 6 days and steroid rinse, and use these to help numb your mouth. They're only temporary, but it should give you some relief. Here's some suggestions for different mouthwash, yada yada. Then referred to rheumatology because my ANA tests were negative. And they told me it's not unusual to get a false positive the first time around. I said, okay, take it again. Took it again, came back positive. But the numbers don't align with the positive result. So what's going on? So me being me, inquiring minds want to know. I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of looking up any and everything that matches my symptoms on Google. And I don't understand the medical jargon. I mean, obviously I can read a chart and I do have common sense, and I do consider myself to be pretty smart when it comes to reading doctors' records. Copy and paste, put it in ChatGPT. According to ChatGPT, there should be follow-up visits happening, more questions being asked. So today I posed the question, hey, listen, I read some stuff online about burning mouth syndrome, and I'm just curious, did anything come back from the biopsy on that? How about the blood work? because according to what I read, they could ask me a slew of questions in addition to looking at the biopsy, the blood work, my medical history, and there are other follow-up tests. And when I spoke to the rheumatologist said, doesn't sound like lupus, and it doesn't sound like I can be the one to help you, because I am a rheumatologist and I'm like, I know what you do. I know what your specialty is. So he refers me back to my team, i.e. my primary doctor and my ENT. So now what I'm doing is when I send a message, I'm sending it to all of them so that somebody can give me an answer that I'm looking for. And I'm very perturbed, which again, like I said, pretty frustrated with my day. The message I get from my primary is, not sure there's a test for burning mouth syndrome. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. There is. But also, in addition to a test, there's a variety of questions they could be asking me. So I'm like, I realize that you doctors are busy, but isn't there a reason that I pay for medical? Like, sorry to bother you with my questions. And sorry, guys, I'm about to get fired up because it's been a day. Okay, so in addition to all of this, she basically tells me I'm not sure there's a test, and regarding your questions about the ANA, you need to refer back to your rheumatologist. Well, so I respond to her, yes, there actually are tests you could do for burning mouth, and I send her the link from the Mayo Clinic of all the things that they have not been asking me and the tests they have not done on me. But then I follow with, and by the way, when I send you a message, I'm sending it to my team because the rheumatologist said, I cannot help you. I'm going to refer you back to your team who can work together and help you. And here she is sending me back to rheumatology when he told me I'm not the person you should be talking to. So you can imagine my frustration. Not only am I advocating for myself and asking very politely for answers and simplifying my questions as brief as possible. I'm taking out the thes and the and which I realize you hear in my podcast, but I'm shortening the questions as much as I can. And just like, hey, have you done this? What about this? What about this? Thanks for your time. So I literally feel like I'm getting the runaround, and I love my primary. God bless her. And I'm just frustrated, guys. I'm frustrated. And in addition to this, my husband wants to propose that we move to a different place. You see, we live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and we recently lost our roommate. He had to go and live in an assisted living facility. And God bless his heart, Donald. He lived with me for 7 years. He was with us the first year of our marriage. And now my husband's like, honey, everything's getting more expensive and we need to cut costs. And I have found ways to cut costs, but apparently it's not to his liking. And so now, in addition to stressing about my mouth and my pain and what's wrong with me, am I going to live with this forever? Are they going to be able to tell me what it is? Is it just going to be a mystery illness that I have to learn to live with? Is it ever going to go away? By the way, for those of you that are doctors, nurses, whatever, according to what I'm reading, there is no cure for burning mouth syndrome. There are only things to help you live more comfortably, but basically all the foods that you love and enjoyed prior to this, well, you can kiss all of those goodbye. Okay, sure. I don't need to drink coffee, alcohol, dairy, bread, spicy, citrus, mint toothpaste, mint mouthwash. Sure, I can be flexible. What I don't appreciate is my doctors telling me I'm not the one that can help you. I don't think this, when everything I'm reading is pointing to you should be doing all of these things. And so now that I'm asking questions, I feel like I'm being given the brush off. So I'm getting pretty pissed. Well, in addition to this, as I said, going back to my other challenge, my husband's going to love this when he's listening to it. My husband works in outside sales. If anybody out there needs water, they have some great deals on filtration. And I would love to be able to share more, but according to him, the company's not willing to pay me to advertise, so I can't really speak on it. Anyway, he works for a water company, and they have some great deals going on. And so he's in outside sales, and the pressure is on. He is the provider, and I just have my measly little job as a middle school student aide. So now he has this brilliant idea that we should move. Not the greatest timing, not that it ever is, but I shared with him, honey, until I find out some answers regarding my mouth and the pain and stuff, I really don't want to add another thing to my plate because this is a lot. I mean, I have literally changed my way of life. I don't go out to socialize anymore. We haven't been out singing or dancing for 9 weeks. Why? Several reasons. I have brain fog because I don't get enough sleep. I can barely eat because of the restrictions. And top that with, I can't have coffee in the morning to help me wake up, or even just, as a routine thing I'm accustomed to. But also, I can't indulge in alcoholic beverages because they burn my mouth. Basically, everything and anything burns my mouth, but certain foods irritate it more than others. So, needless to say, I'm a little bit crabby. So, add all of this to, I go and speak to management to inquire, okay, listen, so we're trying to cut costs, so we're looking at some options. Talk to them about possibly switching from month to month to a lease. Oh, they have to check with their other budget finance department. I've lived here 25 years. Really? You need to check with your all you got to do is look at our former lease that ended in February. All you have to do is look at that dollar amount. But okay, sure, go ahead and do that. By the way, what are the options for a 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom? Oh, well, you have to do a new application. There's a fee for that. And a credit check could affect you 10 to 20 points, and that's a hard credit pull. And there's a deposit fee. Oh, and there's also a $500 or $1,000 transfer fee. Are you effing kidding me? So I share all this with my husband. But I tell him, let me work my magic. I actually was in sales prior to this job for about 30 years. I came from customer service and sales. You name it, I sold it. Avon, Mary Kay, mortgages, scanners, insurance. God, it's going to take me a while. Banking industry, personal lines insurance, by the way, but I also did life insurance. Oh my God. Okay, well, that gives you the idea, right? I've been in customer service a really long time. Oh, student loan consolidation for 10 years. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that I have some experience in talking to people, and I kind of know the tricks of the trade. So a little frustrated that where we live, they're not giving us any leeway or grace, and I've lived here 20 plus years, been an excellent tenant. I am one of the few that lives in the community that helps to enforce the rules when people are not following them, like picking up their trash, picking up after their dog, kids running around the pool, riding their scooters or bikes when they shouldn't be, and parents aren't supervising. Whatever, you get the idea, right? Add all of this to a really challenging day at work where one of my kids likes to purposely agitate the other one of the kids. And I said, if you keep pushing and you keep doing what you're doing and antagonizing and you think it's funny, yada, yada, it's going to go bad and you're going to be sorry. Well, that day was today. Yeah. So needless to say, it was a very upsetting day. It was hard. You have to conserve all of your patience for things like this, which I don't mind. I love my job. That's why I don't mind that it doesn't pay as much as I would like. I love my job. I love the kids. I do it for the love of the kids, the people I work with, the staff. The school is amazing. The staff is amazing. I don't want to leave. I don't want to stop working there. I would like to be successful at this, my passion project. And that is where you come in, people. I want to get to a place where I have so many listeners that I have interested parties that want to subscribe and or sponsor me. Well, currently I have a handful of subscribers. Thank you, Mike Kaufman, Lisa Roberts-Curbelo, Jeff Pata, and Kyle Few. I don't even know if that handful of people I mentioned even listen to my podcast, especially Jeff Pata and Lisa Roberts-Curbelo. Maybe even Kyle Few. They're all very busy working and writing a book or traveling or anyway, a lot. They have a lot. But to those of you that may be listening that have a business and you think that I can help you advertise your business, i.e. Persimmon Dental, that's the dentist that I go to, Dr. Lamb and his staff, Teresa. Love them, been going for years. It's actually my dentist who took the time to brainstorm with me when I went to ask him to look at my mouth and ask if this is a dental thing. He took the time to brainstorm with me and go down a list of questions and said, What if I give you a referral to UCSF? You get in there. Once you get in there, everyone is there. So if this person can't help you, the next person can. Well, that's my next move, everyone. If I could stop playing phone tag with all the wrong people, that's my next move. Currently, where it stands, I'm waiting to go to dermatology Monday, March 17th, 3 p.m. Until then, I got to watch what I eat, drink, stay positive, meditate, maybe get in a chronic pain group, and try not to get depressed. So do things not to get depressed, i.e. exercise, eat right, meditate, talk to somebody who can relate, etc., etc. So sorry for it being a venting session. Do you ever feel like you're at the end of your rope? Like, I can't take, if you put a feather on me, I am just going to collapse. Yeah, it's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah. So, Wisdom Wellness Wednesday, kind of piggybacking on what I've been saying, which is listen to your body. How do you know to listen to your body? How do you know to do that? Well, the more in tune you are with listening to your body, like pay attention to the signs if something doesn't feel right and it continues. Also, if you meditate, which I do every morning, every day when I get home, I do affirmations in the morning for 20 minutes. And then after I walk my dog for 15 to 20 minutes before I get on to talk to you guys, I meditate. And so that helps me to hear things, feel things. And the more that you do that, you know when something is not right with your body, how it responds to foods or a certain movement, and the more you are in tune with your body, the better you can communicate your concerns and your symptoms to your doctors, and hopefully they can help you. I feel like that was a big rant session, just 23 minutes of me ranting. And I apologize, guys, because there's so many other things I would love to talk about. I.e., another recent topic that's at the forefront of my mind is how we are all addicted to technology. And how much time do you spend on your phone or computer? As opposed to how much time you spend with your loved ones, really working on the relationship, like quality time. And the statistics are astounding how much we spend on our phones or computers or social media or whatever. It's like 59% or 59 hours. That's literally more than a full-time job, guys. And so Wisdom Wellness Wednesday, going back to listen to your body, advocate for yourselves. I just would encourage you to have a balance of work time, personal time, quality time with your loved ones, quality time with your friends, quality time for yourself, and just making sure that you are balancing out your work life, your home life, your relaxation time, your exercise time, your study time, because a lot of us do too much of the wrong things and not enough of the right things. So, if you spend too much time on your phone, on social media, doom scrolling, watching TV, whatever the case may be, if you spend too much time doing those things, I encourage you to reevaluate and don't be afraid to give yourself a schedule. The same way all of us need a schedule for when we wake up, how much time we take to get ready in the morning before we start our job, and then wind down time, decompression time. I'll give you an example. I wake up, I'm telling on myself right now, I wake up with an hour, realistically an hour, but it's supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes. But lately, I must confess, I've been hitting the snooze. Folks, don't try this at home. Don't hit the snooze. It actually makes you more tired. And I know this. So I'm not even taking my own advice. But anyway, so I wake up, I have that time to get ready. I listen to my meditation. I repeat the affirmations as I'm getting ready. And then I go to work. I take my break where I try not to be on my phone unless I have important phone calls or emails to respond to. I take that time to have that quiet time. And even on my lunch, 30 minutes, quiet time, again, unless I'm checking emails and returning phone calls, especially with what I just mentioned, all these important things. And so what I do is I tell myself 8 to 10 is my decompression time. That is my time where I watch my stupid shows or love on my dog or read my Bible, meditate. It's my quiet time. And if I were going to give you any advice on this Wisdom Wellness Wednesday, it would be make sure you balance out so that you don't wear yourself down, and make sure that you are making time for the people in your life, the people that matter. And if you find that work is stressing you out, find some healthy outlets to decompress. Right now at school, it's March Madness, so we're supposed to be doing a mile a day during school hours. And I'm committed to doing that. I'm going to get back to the point where I'm going to the gym in addition to these things. So lots of things that we can do, but do we need to live on our phones and our computers when we have real people in our lives that we could be spending time with before they're gone, before they're old and gray, before they can't walk and talk and have conversations with you? That's kind of the message I'm trying to relay. So I hope that you will receive it, believe it, implement it. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Want to give a shout out to Kyle Few, Commitment to Love. Love is a Verb. It's a book you can find on Amazon, Audible. It's a great book on not just how to love your partner and the people in your life, but also how to love yourself, practicing self-love. And Lisa Roberts Curbelo would love to give you a plug, but you've been so busy, we haven't been able to connect via telephone or in person or otherwise. So I'd love to talk about you and your business. I did share Jeff Parapalooza. There's a big event that's coming up in April. I haven't gotten the exact date from him. I want to say it's like April. Well, I know it's in April. I just don't recall the exact day. April 15th, tax day? April 11th? Well, you know what? I'm going to reach out to him and ask him. And I'll send him my podcast. So hopefully he gets back to me with dates and information. But to all of you, you can subscribe for as little as a cup of coffee that you would get at Starbucks or Pete's or Dutch Brothers or wherever it is you go to get coffee. You can do as little as $3 or as much as $10. And what this gets you is I mention you in my show. I talk about you and or your business, promote you and or your business. And maybe I send you a thank you letter. Maybe I send you an email. I also include the information in not only in my podcast, but it is in the description so everybody can see you, your name, the link. But a little bit goes a long way, guys. I'm looking to build my brand. I would like to get a camera so I can be on camera. I'd like to get another microphone so I can have guests and there can be discussions that happen. You do have the ability to write in your thoughts, send in your questions, ideas, and on the various different platforms that I'm on, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Podcastle, Deezer, Buzzsprout, the one I'm recording on currently, Amazon Music. Guys, too many for me to list. Hopefully out of one of those you listen. SoundCloud. But if you're willing to subscribe or sponsor me, it would really help me grow my brand so that I can help people on a more global scale. I do have people that listen to me in like Canada, UK. By the way, I'm on every platform pretty much that's out there. Elkivate Your Life, TikTok, Elkivate Your Life podcast on TikTok, Elkivate Your Life podcast on Facebook, Instagram. It's just Elkivate podcast, I think is the title. I think I had to shorten it for Instagram. And yes, I would appreciate and love your support. Send me a text. Send in your thoughts, your questions, your ideas. Send a donation. Become a subscriber. Become a sponsor. I would love to get this party started on a much bigger scale. And I can't do it without your help. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Love you bunches. I'm out. Namaste. Ciao for now.